Now, Google says the growth of its Android operating system in India is at risk of stalling in the face of regulation. The US company made the warning in a Supreme Court challenge seen by the Reuters news agency. In October, Indian competition authorities fined Google $161 million for exploiting its dominant position with Android, which powers 97% of smartphones in India. It also asked Google to change restrictions on smartphone makers relating to pre-installed apps. Let's get a better understanding of this story and speak to our correspondent in Delhi, Charu Kartikeya. Charu, great to have you on the programme. I mean, what exactly is it about the way that Alphabet operates in India that regulators seem to object to?
Well, Rob, the case essentially stems from complaints that were made by other Google competitors as well as some customers. And it's a very old case. It's a part of series of antitrust cases that Google faces in India. And it's about how Google and its Android system came to dominate the operating system market in India. About 10 years ago, it was just about 10%, and now it's over 95%. Now, what this case is about, it's about what regulators perceive as anti-competitive practices, monopolistic practices. And these are essentially about how Google makes it mandatory for original device manufacturers to install the full Google suite, the full Google folder as we know it. So you have Gmail, you have YouTube, and various other Google applications. How it has made it mandatory for mobile manufacturers to install it beforehand, and that's something that regulators have had a problem with. Apart from that, the search feature, how Google search is the default search feature. Then there is the problem of side loading, essentially not allowing other apps to be downloaded on the mobile phone via Play Store. These are some of the many issues that are part of this case, Rob.
What is striking is just how dominant Android is when it comes to smartphone operating systems in India. It holds, like you say, more than 95% of the market. Now, if you think in the US, Apple has about half of the market and Android the other half. So how has Android managed to be so dominant in India?
That's right, Rob. As I said, about a decade ago, Android was just about 10%, and there were so many other mobile operating systems that we have simply now forgotten that, oh, there used to be a Symbian, there used to be a BlackBerry, there used to be even a Samsung OS. But now all of those have vanished, and 95% of the market is controlled by Google's Android. Apple also has a big market share, but is significantly lower as compared to Android. Why Apple has not been able to outsmart Android is because of, I believe it's because of the prices. Apple phones are high-end phones here in India, and a large number of the people, mobile users in the country, use slightly inexpensive mobile phones, and Android has now become the dominant operating system on all those mobile phones. Eventually, even mobile manufacturers like Samsung that used to have their own operating systems decided to adopt Android and give a goodbye to their own operating. So a mix of various factors and largely led by inexpensive the prices of the Android system as well as mobile devices. That seems to have contributed to Android's dominance in the market here, Rob.
OK, Charu Kartikeya in Delhi for us. Thank you very much for the update.